remember is if they want to escape the tyranny of government imposed on us by and through the 14th Amendment, then the reader needs to retrace their heritage to those whose citizenship precedes and said amendment, specifically to the posterity of we the people, spoken of in the preamble to the Constitution for the United States of America of 1787. Then the reader needs to learn the law that shows that those of the posterity are not the persons subject to the jurisdiction of the federal government. This would be the laws which have guaranteed from the beginning that we the people are the sovereign citizens, and that those who are elected to government positions are their servants, not the rulers of the people. Why pro se litigants have a hard time? Whether it's the high cost of lawyers' fees or growing distrust of lawyers in general, there is a mounting trend these days for more people to fight without a lawyer. Those who know how to win in court are winning. Those who don't are losing. The American Bar Association, ABA, reports 60% of the public can't afford a lawyer. 20% simply don't want to spend the money, and 50% just don't trust lawyers.
This is Thomas.
Huh?
Thomas, can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, because Barbara's here. I'm going to put her on cam for you.
Okay.
Got some water here.
If I can get it up, okay. And hopefully everything will this way. Hold on a second.
Something out of the way.
Let me put this on here.
Hello?
You see her? We're
I
good?
wish I could,
You're right here.
Oh,
wish I could shift my picture, but my camera, my camera doesn't work on this device.
Yeah. This camera's messed up.
I messed up? Okay.
Yeah.
And let's see, where was I? Okay. Said, yet 1/2 of all court proceedings involve at least one pro se party. Too many pro se people are losing needlessly. Ever wonder why you were never taught anything about court procedure or the rules of evidence in your tax-supported schools? You guessed it, lawyers.
Always. Do you have a plug, Barbara, so I can make sure it doesn't run?
What kind of a plug?
Just the 3-prong?
Oh, I don't know. I don't see one.
Okay.
Might be back here again. Maybe move all this back. There probably might be a plug back here. Let me see.
Oh, here's one. Hold on.
Oh, you found one?
Hold on, Thomas. I'm going to get you plugged in here so we don't lose power. It's just cords everywhere. Can you hear us okay?
Can
What?
you hear me?
Yes, we have speakers. We can hear you.
Can you hear us?
All right. Can you, are you recording this?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. Excellent. Hang on a second. I just had to pull my headphones out of my ears because this is a bit untangled.
She's finishing up on going through one of the case. I brief real quick.
Okay, so I take it I can't eat my Doritos now if we're recording.
No.
You ready to proceed?
Yeah, go
It
ahead.
said, yet 1/2 of all court proceedings involve at least one pro se party. Too many pro se people are losing needlessly. Ever wonder why you were never taught anything about court procedure or the rules of evidence in your tax-supported schools? You guessed it, lawyers. 1, most pro se people know nothing about the official rules of evidence that control the judges and all parties and their lawyers. 2, most pro se people know nothing about the official rules of procedure that control the judge and all persons and their lawyers.
Thomas, put on your headset.
3, most pro se people have no idea of what due process really is. 4, most pro se people can't recognize the opposing lawyer's dirty tricks. 5, most pro se people assume what admissible evidence is and don't know what stuff isn't. Most pro se people draft their pleadings and motions incorrectly, usually with far too many words. Most pro se people don't know why it's vital to write proposed orders for the judge to sign. Most pro se people don't know why, when, or how to make effective objections in court. Most pro se people don't understand what facts are critical to winning a case and what facts are of no consequence. Most pro se people muddy the legal waters with court confusing insignificance. Most pro se people don't know how to find and cite controlling appellate opinions in support of their motions. Most pro se people don't arrange in advance of every proceeding to have a court stenographer present so they can control the judge. Most pro se people waste valuable court time with non-essentials, fail to appreciate the needs of others who have other problems to bring before the court, and as a consequence tend to make others who have other problems to bring before the court, and as a consequence tend to make judges dread pro se cases and hate pro se people.
I wonder
The
why.
biblical connection.
What's the biblical connection?
It's by Clifford Williams. This article was written by Dr. Clifford F. Williams, who was the founder of Wake Up America, a patriotic organization in Houston, Texas, dedicated to educating the posterity of we the people about our true heritage regarding our organic constitutions, federal, state, and local, and how our freedoms have, over the years, been usurped by corrupt politicians in the de facto federal, state, and local governments we now have. Our founding fathers, the colonists, established their state constitutions within the principles of the common law, as measured against the Bible, to assure that the nation would be a Christian republic. Anyway, it kind of goes on down to that, and so I'll go on to another deal. But you can read all this because you have,
Oh, yeah.
have it all. Go down to the next one here.
That's the park paradigm.
U.S. is a corporation.
Yeah. Can you hear Thomas when he talks?
Ma'am, what you're discussing right there is a group of our founders who were Christian, and they were loyal to God. The problem is that we also know that there was a group of founders that were all but satanic. I mean, they were satanic, literally
That's true.
Luciferian.
Yeah. Still are.
Yes, ma'am. I just
I-
wanted to. We're
I
on the
think-
same page with all that, then. Huh?
Yeah, I think we're the minority now as
Right.
Christians.
Well, we very well may be,
Yeah.
but the power of God outweighs anything. So,
That's true. That's true. Very true.
all right, go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Okay, well, this is, I'm just kind of going through this. She has it all, and I'll send him a CD too.
I think he got one.
Oh, has he got one?
Remember you
Oh,
sent
I
it to
got
him?
one. Thank you.
Oh, okay, you
yes,
got it,
ma'am.
okay.
Thank you. I was enjoying the heck out of that last night.
Okay, good. Okay, the United States isn't a country, it's a corporation. This is by Lisa Giuliani. This article by Lisa Giuliani was published on this Serendipity, something or other, website sometime prior to February 2004. This is proven by the page as archived in the Wayback Machine. See also the page at March 8, 2005. This article has been also published on many other websites. Let me go down
There
and
you
read.
go.
Can't read what it says here. Say, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish the Constitution for the United States of America. That's preamble of the original organic Constitution. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such forms as to them shall be seen most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Excerpted from the Declaration of Independence of the original 13 United States of America, July 14, 1776. 4th of July 2002 has come and gone, and Americans honored the holiday with a renewed patriotic fervor that reminded me of the bicentennial celebrations of 1976. As is customary, traditional fireworks displays took center stage as scores of people turned out to witness the dazzling show in the summer sky. With mixed feelings, I sat with friends in a crowded Pennsylvania sidewalk beneath a glittering, mesmerizing explosion of color, pondering the keen sense of sadness and betrayal that overwhelmed my spirit. Looking around at the huge crowds gathered for the annual events, I thought silently, we are not free. In truth, we have not free. We have not been a free people for a very long time. And it goes on down, and you can read all this. It goes on down. And go down to the next chapter here. I'm just kind of taking a brief walk through these chapters.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait till it comes up now. Come on, slow computer.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Technology.
Rob, take over to
I guess it's slow because it's got so much info. Yeah, right down the hall and to the left. First door to the left.
taking a potty break.
Going outside?
No, you stick around.
Let's try this again. No, that's-
She's gonna.
It gets in next to the founding documents on it. And I've got all the founding documents listed here. Let me pull it up. So I've copied them all. I've got all that too. I've got them all copied on here. See the founding documents here from my law library. It goes in. But anyway, that's just a bunch of founding documents on that. And then list of pictures. See what this is. This is the very last of it. This is my album. I'll give y'all one of these albums and my picture on it. It says, a few years ago I recorded a Christian patriotic album that I had been burdened for several years to record, titled In God We Trust. Our nation is now on the final track of destruction, and unless we heed and obey 2 Chronicles 7:14, we will certainly lose our freedom. God tells us in 2 Chronicles 7:19 through 22, but if ye turn away and forsake my statutes and my commandments, which I have set before you, and shall go and serve other gods and worship them, then will I pluck them up by the roots out of my land, which I have given them, and this house, which I have sanctified for my name, will I cast, will I cast out my sight, let's see, will I cast out my sight, out of my sight, and will make it to be a proverb and a byword among other nations, and this house, which is high, shall be astonishment to every one that passes by it, so that he shall say, why hath the Lord done thus unto this land and unto this house? And he shall be answered, because they forsook the Lord God of this house. And he shall be answered, which brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, and laid hold on other gods, and worshipped them, and served them. Therefore hath he brought all this evil upon them. The United States of America is now doing the same thing. The songs of this album address these issues, as well as one of my original songs titled If My People. The songs on this album are In God We Trust, America the Beautiful, The Star Spangled Banner, Poplar Springs Baptist Church, A Visitor from the Past, Mr. President, My Country 'Tis of Thee, Stinkin' Thinkin', If My People, and Softly and Tenderly. The price for this album and the hymns of faith are $15 each, but y'all have to pay that. I'm giving it to you. And then here's the album.
Oh, those are awesome.
Yeah, this is the one album, the Hymns of the Faith, and I got these other albums. I'll give you one if you want to. These other ones too. So that's the 3 albums, and that's the first album. You know, with those 4 albums here, and that's it.
Wow.
That's a
So what do you think now that you've met Barbara and you've heard?
Well, what's the first step in becoming de jure? I guess go to the court and tell them that I have a.
well. Have you got your citizenship status?
I was born here.
You're born here. Okay, you got your birth certificate that you were born here. Okay, well, it's got it here. It's got all my steps in here. You have to go back through it.
Right.
I'm trying to think offhand. I think I did my genealogy. I filed it, but it's all on. I can't remember all the steps I took, but it's all in here when you read the book. So you take it step by step.
Yeah, a lot of us are from Europe. Like,
Yeah.
Go all the way back. My wife is exactly from Europe,
From
so
Europe.
she just got here.
My ancestors were from Europe, but it was way back. So
Right.
I've done my genealogy.
There's been wars, and there's been loss of documents and loss of records.
Yeah, rumors of wars and rumors of wars.
And so, Civil War, all that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got your birth certificates. That's what that's the main thing you need. That starts the ball rolling,
Okay.
you know, with your birth certificate. And I
Form
really
records.
think the first thing to do, you know, is get it together, and I guess y'all probably have group meetings or something, and get it together and get a group organized,
Right.
and then start educating them. You know, bring them here if they want to come here. I just can't leave
Okay.
because of him. I just, you know.
Right. And they're on the path. I mean, we're all on the
Yeah.
path. We're all learning, and we're still continuing to
And you're the
learn.
younger generation, say, and you're the ones that need to take the ball. You know.
That's why we got Conrad here. He's the
Yeah,
youngest
he's
generation.
the youngest generation.
You have no clue what you're about to learn, kiddo.
You can pass it along down to him. What a marvelous country you were born in.
I know.
It is. It's a wonderful country.
I'm gonna.
It's work to keep it that way. But it is a great country.
I have a little brother, and I'm gonna get another one next
You
year around
Starting a collection.
around my birthday and my
Are you
brother.
gonna get another new brother?
Yeah.
You know it's gonna be a brother. Are you hoping it's gonna be a brother?
No. It's we already found out.
Oh, found out. Well, that's good. That's good.
So there's going to be
As the
3 of you.
prophecies have foretold. Third brother.
Having all those boys around, I tell you, you'll be busy.
Yeah.
We just had one boy. It's my one and only boy. He's in North Carolina.
He's my oldest. So
He's your oldest.
He gets in trouble with me when we go out, right? We like to get in trouble and find stuff out. Eh?
yeah. Where's Conrad?
Well, it's good. See, it's good
Well,
because
my little brother's a really crazy climber.
Right. But he's not old enough to go out on adventures with us yet, right?
Right.
Yeah?
We have to pull him off of the shelf all day.
Yeah, he's quite a handful.
you can feel free to burn copies of these for other people if you want to. You know, and
Okay.
feel free to do it.
And post it and
Yeah.
do what we need to do.
Yeah,
And
promote it, get it out there, because that's my intent. to-
Are you still there, Tom? I think you may have knocked off. Tom?
Hotspot's
I'm here. I just I have some Doritos, so I muted.
Oh, okay. Do you have
Didn't hear any crunching.
Yeah, because
He's
we are.
doing this for our own sake.
So do you have any questions or anything while we're in here?
My question, yes, is first of all, you said that they declared that you were the sovereign. Could you run over that story for us real quick?
How did they declare you the sovereign?
Well, I did my, trying to think, it's all in this book. You have to look all through this book to go by all the steps. I did my genealogy, back to the Revolution, and got all the evidence,
Mhm.
my birth certificate and all that. And I took it step by step, but I can't remember offhand. I have to go through the book. I'm getting old.
Yeah, and Tom, I can come back too after we go through the
Yeah,
book,
Yeah, just go through the book. 'Cause it'll-
and we can get it all back in line because it was the 90s when you went through all this.
yeah, I think it was 90,
Yeah.
94, 93, or 94.
Yeah, and then we can
Yeah.
go back to that part in the documents where it happened and back it up.
Yeah, if you run into any questions or anything, well, call me and ask me.
Okay.
You know, I'll try to help.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
That way we can
Sure.
get everybody
Yeah, you just take it
refreshed.
step by step.
Sure.
I was thinking, I did my genealogy, and I filed it at the Fort Bend County District Clerk's office, and I got a certified copy, a stamped copy with her signature on it, which was my evidence.
Right.
And I got rid of my driver's license. I have another one now because I have to take my husband places. But I got rid of them for that time, you know, because to prove that I didn't have to have one. And trying to think of the other things that I took.
You had to get rid of the license in order to set a precedence.
Yeah.
To prove that you didn't
Yeah, to prove
have
that
to
it
have
was.
one.
Yeah. And I got stopped.
Yeah.
Got a ticket and beat it in court. $560 worth.
But that court visit helped prove that you are indeed
Yeah.
Deserve.
above them, not
These are
below
citizens.
them.
Yeah. You know, it's a step-by-step thing, but get all your documentation in order, and that's your proof. You know. Get
What
your
if you want to get a
generation.
job and you want to make money and you want to
Ah.
operate inside the
System?
system?
You have a birth certificate. You
I
have
mean,
a
is it
social security card. It's not that you don't have
does
it.
Does
You
it
have just
impede-
opened their minds, Barbara, to the adventure.
Right. When you are, say, if you did this when you were a lot younger and you were going to work for some other company instead of your own.
No, that we owned our own company.
Right. But if you wanted to work for someone else's
Yeah.
company, that
You probably have to
company
have it.
that company is going to be trying to
But
put
what
you
you
into
can
the
do is
system
do
as
it
filing taxes and
and
doing
get
all
rid
that.
of your license and all of that, and do it, and get it established, and then get you another license. See, I had to get me another license, driver's
Right.
license, because I didn't want to spend my life in municipal court, you know,
Mm-hmm.
especially with my husband's condition the way it is. So sometimes he feels like
Like,
driving, and sometimes he
If
don't.
he owned a company, I've already proven I'm a sovereign citizen. I go to work for him. Now I have to also convince him not to hire me on as a 14th Amendment citizen.
Yeah.
Don't have me paying all these taxes.
Now
and
you
all
see
of that.
the issues that we have.
Well,
Right.
the
And
way
there
I
are
get
s-
around it, the way I would get around it is I would consider you like a company or another subcontractor.
Some people do it that way as well.
But you would have to consent to hiring me and doing it that way.
No, y-
Otherwise, it wouldn't happen that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to employ you.
At
as
least
an
not without me
employee.
suing you first.
I would have to employ you as a 1099.
Something like that. Yeah, 'cause see, when I started all this, and we had a company, we had pest control. My husband never did get into this, 'cause he handled everything, basically. And so that way gave me freedom to do this. For many years, the way we started the pest control, he had worked for Abash. It was another pest control in Bel Air. And so he decided to go into business for himself, because he'd been in pest control business a long time. So anyway, I got on the phone, and I got the telephone book, and I started calling, and the A's and the B's, and I spent hours and hours, and I had figured up how much money we had to bring in every day to meet our bills, you know.
right?
And I call, if it took 8 hours, it took 8 hours. If it took 10 hours, I called 10 hours. Whatever it took to get that amount of money in that day, you know, and every day I spent time on there, and we built it from nothing,
Right.
and built it to a real thriving business. And we were in pest control 39 years that we've been in business. And we turned it over to my son-in-law, and he's a lazy slob. He's let it go to pot. Now I've got another son-in-law that's be thrilled to get
Right.
he could build it back up again, but we had a thriving business on it. In fact, it got to be so thriving. I remember one time on Memorial Day, I got so sick of the phone ringing because everybody had fleas that I went and sat under that tree in the backyard. So I could hear the phone. Didn't have cell phones back then.
Right.
You know, this phone about drove me
You could
crazy.
actually get away from them.
I mean, now I keep my cell phone with me. We finally had our regular phone disconnected, because the only people that didn't know us called me on a cell phone.
Right.
My husband. And we were getting all these calls from people trying to sell us something, always bugging us, and so we just disconnected. So why are we paying $45 a month for
To get harassed by someone else.
phone
Yeah.
and just to be people
Just
harassing us,
harassing you.
trying to sell us everything. So we got rid of it. He's got his cell phone, and I got mine. And so we call each other. If I go to the store, I call him on his cell phone if I need.
Take me in the room. Hey. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think about what you've heard today?
You're brave.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I might be stupid.
And determined.
I don't know if it's brave or stupid, but
And determined.
And you had the
Hey, Laurie.
opportunity.
Yes, sir?
That was important.
Yeah, ask her if she's ever seen a copy of that original 13th Amendment.
Yeah, I'll do that once we finish with you and let her know what we're up to next weekend.
Oh, all right, all right.
Okay.
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a copy of it.
Hey, Conrad wanted to say real quick what do you think of what you heard today?
I think it was very cool how you made that book. Okay, and I don't know how. And wait, can you tell me what dress means?
What?
Address.
Address?
No, dress.
Duress, yeah. That
Duress.
means that nothing's bothering you. You're not under stress. Under duress, it means something's really bothering you.
So your mom's pointing
Really,
your finger at you,
kid
telling you
asked
you
that
gotta answer it.
So when the law
That's a good
enforcement
question, isn't
officer, when the law enforcement officer wanted her to sign something that she didn't want to sign, he threatened her because she didn't want to sign it. So she said, I'll sign it under duress,
Yeah.
which means I'm signing this against my own free will because you're threatening me with something worse than even signing it.
Yes. And that's always acceptable by law. And a police officer does not accept that, you can get in a lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
You
He
should
kept
u-
me- He
you-
kept me there for about 15, at least 15 minutes. And my
You should
car
use
started
that
heating
with
up.
me and your mom.
How does one, for the record, how does one sign something under duress?
Well, at the bottom
just
ticket.
sign under
Yeah,
duress.
Yeah, yeah. Right above your signature, sign under duress. I printed it in capital letters and then I
Yeah.
signed it. Signed under duress.
That way they can't, because it's in pen, they can't like make a copy of that or bring that as evidence without it being known.
That cop was at the court too.
Without it
Yeah.
being known that I signed this even though I didn't want to because he threatened me with
Yes.
kidnapping.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, signed it
Yeah.
under duress.
I signed it because he said that I was required to, but for whatever reason, for a peaceful resolution, I'm agreed to sign, but I'm waiving all kind of legal entanglements that come with it.
That's
Right.
right. That's right. And he went to court and I went to court and I beat him.
Yes, ma'am.
Walked out and did not pay one dime.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
That's what was
And
it, $560?
just while I have you here, recorded,
Okay.
just tell us what happened on page 2, please, of the transcript. Can you tell us what happened, what the judge said that was significant?
When I went to court on the, on the traffic ticket,
Yes, ma'am.
I was trying to think. Oh, I didn't say anything to the judge. I went to the prosecutor. In fact, I've got the paperwork that I gave to the prosecutor in this book, on this CD.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, but I went and I handed that paperwork to the prosecutor, and the prosecutor read it, and then he took it before the judge, and he said he had no jurisdiction.
The judge had no
No,
jurisdiction.
no jurisdiction over me. And I walked out and I didn't pay a dime.
And they said that you had no jurisdiction for what reason?
No, they said they had no jurisdiction over me.
They said they had no jurisdiction for what reason?
Because she had to show them what evidence she had in her defense, and after they viewed it, they decided that they couldn't prosecute her.
I'm trying to get to the it.
Let me look it up on my computer. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, they viewed it, meaning
Let's
they
see.
viewed
The evidence that she presented
Let's
in
see
her
what
defense.
which was.
Let me go back and see if I can find it here. When you get to be 77 years old, if it's not
Oh,
written
yes.
down, you forget part of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let me see if this is my good at transcript. Let me see. No, that's not it. Let me see. Where I got my ticket. Where they got the ticket? This circuit. Traffic court. There it is right there. Traffic court. Let me look this up. Pull it down to this page here. I got all the 3 pages of the stuff that they accused me of. Now, here's the brief. Okay, you want me to read this part of the brief?
Thomas?
Sure.
Okay, I put on the 22nd day of October of 1997, the accused was traveling alone in her automobile, exercising her inalienable right to travel, when she was stopped by the City of Meadows police officer J.H. Cox, who issued her a citation for an expired driver's license, an expired motor vehicle inspection sticker, and failure to maintain proof of financial responsibility. The accused was traveling in a safe manner on personal errands and was not in any way engaging in commerce or in any way posing a threat to anyone else. The accused was detained by Officer Cox for approximately 15 minutes. Over the officer's protest, stating he could not accept a citation signed under duress, and after Officer Cox informed the accused he was being nice and he could take her to jail, the accused signed the citation signed under duress. You know, I had told him, you're going to take me to jail, do it, but I'm not going to sign it except under duress. The accused was certainly under duress because Officer Cox stopped her with his patrol car light flashing